What's up, YouTube? Remember how I actually said in my video a few hours ago how I had a funny battle? Well, this is it, and I thought I'd put it up. I had this one after my live stream yesterday. I was doing a few battles this morning, so I didn't actually get too many. I thought, well, I might battle some of my fans and followers and that sort of thing. And I had a passerby battle. They just randomly invited me halfway through when I was doing some, so I thought, oh bugger it, I'm just got a little spare moment, so I thought I'd give my new team a little bit of a workout. Now, as you can probably imagine, I was quite surprised to see 6 slaking. So I thought, oh, what the hell, this looks like a fun battle. I could have just disconnected and gone for another battle, but I thought this could be quite interesting to see what they would actually do. If they had different sets or they were all the same, I was interested. Holy crap, there's a really big ant crawling on top of my computer. I'm going to flick it off, hang on. There we go. Ow, I think it up. Anyway, question of the day. Oh, I don't even know what question we're going to do. Any Pokemon sets, I won't do a question today, just any Pokemon sets you'd like me to use, leave them in the comment section as well. I highly appreciate your feedback, and anything you want me to use, leave it below. Let's get to this battle anyway. So I didn't really even know what to expect here, but it was rather funny. I'm definitely going to give you that. So stick around, it is very, very funny. So, just my normal team. I'm leading with Archon this time, and I wonder what he was going to lead with. Not really. So he's got 6 Slakings, and it's shiny. It's got that sort of orange nose. There wasn't much I could do to Slaking, because Slaking very bulky, as you sort of know that any of my moves wouldn't be able to sort of one-shot them. I just went for U-turn. I thought Honey should be probably my best bet here, in case I was sort of carrying a dart move. So I did block a Giga Impact, which is really sort of good. Now, they're going to swap out. I just went for Sacred Sword, because that was my only sort of fighting move on this Pokemon. It's more of a defensive wall anyway, so I wasn't expecting to dish out loads of damage. It's nice how it does get past defense buffs though. So it does a good amount of damage there. So just in case I'm checking they've got Night Slash or Shadow Claw or any sort of moves, I just went into Porygon here, and this is where I traced their Huge Power. So I was like, what the fuck? This has got Huge Power. And I was quite taken off, and that did too much damage. I mean, come on. It's got Huge Power. So if you don't know what Huge Power is, its ability that actually doubles the attack. So it's like, for example, say if I had a Pokemon with, my Porygon just died. Say if I had a Pokemon with 200 attack and it had Huge Power, that would make it 400. It's just fucking nuts. And this thing, so obviously it's a hacked ability. So I thought, okay, let's try this out. So I know I've got Focus Blast on this guy, and I thought, well, I might be able to take like 1 or 2 of them out, you know, before I miss, or they outspeed me, or whatever. So this was, yeah, I was hoping to get at least a couple of them down. So I successfully land a Focus Blast, and it takes a Slaking out. So that's sweet. I'm like, okay, well, they haven't hacked this like health or special defense or anything. They may just have like Huge Power. Right, so out comes the second Slaking. I just continue to go for Focus Blast. So that's sort of the only sort of option I've got here. And what do you know? I land the second one in a row. So this was good. I was quite happy with this. This is sweet. I got 2 down. So at least I killed 2 pure power. Well, pure power and Huge Power, pretty much the same thing. Now, like I said, I've got Focus Blast, so I'm just continue to go. I hit 3 in a row. Now here I was like, wow, I haven't hit 3 in a row for like ever. I can't remember actually last time I did that. It was quite a few months ago. And normally I miss after about 1. Like I get 1, then I'll miss, then I'll get another. It's not normally like a hit and miss. So here comes the next Slaking. So I'm locked into Focus Blast, I'm actually specs, and I land it for the 4th time. I was like, holy shit, I'm getting really, really lucky here. They must be freaking raging. Their hack Slakings cannot do anything. I think they had 2 Slakings left at this point of the game. Yes, they had 2 Slakings left. Like I had no idea what moves I had, but I know it'd be like Giga Impact or any moves that would just pretty much destroy my team. So I had no hands, but I hit with, that was 5 fucking Focus Blasts in a row. I was like, holy shit, and that was a crit as well. Fuck. I'm like, am I really going to hit with 6 Focus Blasts in a row? Am I really going to be able to do that? That's going to be crazy odds if I can do that. I've never actually hit with this, like, so many in a row before. And what do you know? I actually land with fucking 6 Focus Blasts in a row. This person must be so raging. I can't believe it. I was like, wow. Oh my god. So that was pretty much a Simba Sage sweep on a full, like, Huge Power Slaking team. I'm pretty sure they were all the same Pokemon, looked them pretty, and sets, I believe. Can't be too sure, but I'm pretty sure they were. Yeah, I hope this person learned like a valuable lesson as well. That just because giving your Pokemon like a hacked ability doesn't make them overly strong. I did some calcs also. I did some interesting calcs later as well. I just wanted to sort of see what they could be. If you notice early on in the match, how the Slaking actually used Night Slash on my Porygon. I went and did the stats for that. Now, I come back with a couple of interesting things. So my Porygon is a specially defensive build, more based in health and special defense, obviously. Now, I didn't really have much or anything in defense other than its Everlight boost. So I brought the calcs up for that, and I brought like a Slaking up as well, obviously. Now, I did some calcs. I did Adamant Slaking, obviously max attack, and I gave it pure power, obviously, or whatever, or huge power, and pretty much double its attack. Now, I did the calcs, and it didn't actually sort of add up, because Night Slash should not have done that much. So I actually added a choice band on, and what do you know, it actually hit nearly the same damage. So I believe they could have, I believe all 6 of them could have been choice band, huge power, Slakings, and that's fucking crazy. That shit's like over 1,000 attack, easy. Like Slaking alone has like 400-ish attack, and if you double it's like 800. Then if you add like a choice band, like 1 times 1.5, yeah, it's madness. So they could have easily. I still can't believe that hit 6 times in a row. What the hell's going? Can someone do the calcs for that? Like, what are the chances? I mean, each time is a 70% chance. I realise that, but the chances of hitting 6 times in a row is quite minimal. Very minimal, but like, I'll openly say that was extremely lucky, and I probably definitely would have lost this battle. Like they had Night Slash, and that would have taken my my defensive wall out there, and that would have pretty much been free to one-shot my entire team with any of their moves because it's Slaking. But it was crazy. Yeah, I've seen quite a few of these hacked Pokemon around. It's just I'm not really into that because I quite like breeding my Pokemon myself. I get enjoyment out of that. Not to say if people do it legitimately with those ways, they can do that as well. But I just sort of like that myself. But if you have had any crazy experiences, comment below as well. I've had a couple. I think this is like this new hacking thing, or it's been around for a while. I'm not really sure, so I don't get into that sort of thing. Especially this gen, it's so sort of easy to breed, really. But yeah, just a couple of Slaking sets I suggest. Since we're on this sort of topic, I have a couple of Slaking sets that I sort of use. Now, Slaking's pretty cool because obviously it's got loads of attack, but let's take away, obviously, that it doesn't have a hacked ability. It's got its truant ability, which is awful ability. Now, I feel comfortable running probably. You can run probably 2 sets in this. You can run like either a bulky set. You can give it like max attack, max health. And then you can sort of just tank a hit, then one-shot the opponent pretty much if it's a neutral stab like hit. I like using like a bulky retaliate set. You can sort of, if you know that a Pokemon's going to die, and you just let them die, as long as it's not to like status or like toxic or like recoil or anything like that, you'll get your retaliate boost when you send it in. And yeah, it's great. You can just literally like let your Pokemon get knocked out when it's not useful anymore. Send it in, you'll probably take a hit because it's quite bulky. It's got some nice defense, base defense as well. Special defense isn't all that great, but if you max its health, it's pretty decent. And you can just use retaliate, stuff like retaliate. You can give it another move like return if for like longevity, if you want to keep it going. I personally don't recommend Giga Impact because after you use Giga Impact, I mean, it might sound like a perfect ability, but you can't actually swap after using it. It's best to use your move, then swap Slaking out as well. Another great set you can run, you can also run like a very speedy set. Slaking, surprisingly, its appearance doesn't look like a very fast Pokemon, but it has some nice bait speed. You can even give it max attack, max speed as well, and it can be a very nasty revenge killer as well. Just with simple return, lots of good moves like return, earthquake, and if you're worried about Ghost, you can give it Night Slash or even Shadow Claw. I was sort of worried about Shadow Claw in that battle. That's sort of why I went to Porygon, but unfortunately they had Night Slash. That didn't really turn out in my favour. But there's a couple of sets that I sort of run, and obviously Choice Band being the best sort of item for it as well. I believe that's the best item going around for it, because normally you're a hit and run Pokemon and you don't want to stay on that Truant because you can get badly set up on, and unless you have something like really fast like my Afro Monkey thingy. That can outspeed everything and hit 6 focus blasts in a row. That was actually, I'll actually let you on my build on that. It was timid, obviously timid was a 1D outpace. It gets about 330, I think it's 333 or high like 330s, and it had choice specs, obviously, a choice specs, focus blast, leaf storm. I gave it energy ball as well for longevity in the battle. I did, sometimes you want to go for a late game sweep that you won't want to be using Leaf Storm, even though you've got choice specs. I'd throw on probably Hidden Power Ice, so you can hit grass types and dragon and flying. It's pretty solid. I quite like it, and you can also run like a Life Orb Nasty Plot as well, and you can also run physical on it as well. So it's pretty versatile. Anyway, that's about all for this video, guys. Hope you had a laugh. I certainly did, and peace out.